a dream that Joe Rogan had where he explained it on a podcast episode with Eric Weinstein. And at the very beginning of the show, people thought he was saying he got abducted. We were like, oh, Joe Rogan got abducted. I made a video about it that hardly anybody watched, to be honest with you. I think people just thought it was bullshit. But he sort of explains it a little bit more. And like, he doesn't think he was abducted, but he's also not entirely sure. He thinks it's a very weird dream. So I don't know. Have you heard about this?
You had a dream.
Yeah.
And this was a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
You had Brett Weinstein on, great evolutionary biologist, and you started off the episode with this trippy dream you had. You want to describe it?
It was the weirdest dream I've ever had in my life because it was the most realistic dream and is the only dream that I can ever remember. I sleep really well. Like, I'm one of those guys, I can go to sleep on a pile of rocks. I can always sleep. It drives my wife crazy because she has a hard time sleeping and I can just conk out. I could not go back to sleep. It's the only dream I can remember that I couldn't go back to sleep. I don't think I've ever had that happen to me before. Where I woke up at like 3 a.m. or whatever it was, and I was like, I'm up now. Like, there's no way. I laid in bed, I think, for like an hour, and then I just went to the gym. I was like, there's no way I'm going back to sleep. It was very strange. It was very strange because it was like, what is this? It wasn't like a regular dream where like, oh, you're dreaming. It seems like vague and weird and kind of, opaque. It was vivid. It was very strange. And there was these very slender, tall, human-like things that were talking to me. They weren't gray. They were kind of like pinkish, like us. They were, like Caucasian-looking creatures.
Again, like, dreams can be so real. I get that. I've been there. I've woken up from a dream, like, in an emotional response. Like, I lived through it. And I think we all just feel dreams differently, but Joe Rogan is trying to separate this dream from any other dream he's ever had, right? So I get it. I don't know. We don't understand dreams. We don't understand the mind. We don't understand consciousness.
So this dream, but it's like they're holding these reptilians at bay in the water or something, and maybe there's something.
It seemed very symbolic, whatever it was, because it was the only part of the dream that was kind of vague. Like, they were kind of like crocodiles or something, but it was weird. Like, they were feeding them, but they had like flimsy barriers in front of these things to keep, and they were like keeping them. It was almost like letting me know, like, hey, this is you're really close to getting fucked up, and we're doing our best to stop this from happening. But that's just me reading into it. But whatever it was, they were very clearly trying to scare me and then play. We're just kidding. Everything was like, whoa, just messing around. There was a couple of those moments where I was like, okay, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to get me accustomed to interacting with you?
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Because I was very weirded out.
And then this part here with the, crocodiles, reptilian things in the water that are like sort of blocking him and keeping him from that. I don't know. It's like separate from the beings, which he describes as kind of like human, but not human. Like, it's just strange.
If you look at ancient hominids versus modern humans, our heads are larger, our bodies are smaller. They're more slender. There's no need for muscle. There's no need to physically move things. These things seem very slim. They seem very slim, and God, I want to say they weren't naked, right? But they had like some sort of a suit on